uncertainly and probably some marijuana in the air right now. I see a lot of Celtics jerseys. We're going to allow that tonight only. We are on day 2 of another round with President Donald Jocelyn Trump. Only 1,459 days to go. It's been 24 hours since he was sworn in. Already, Donald Trump has ended the war in Ukraine on day 1, just as he promised he would. Oh, he didn't? Well, he should resign then, right? I mean, we are in a very weird, precarious time in the history of our country. Half of us are worried Trump won't do the things he promised. The other half are worried he will do those things. I'm in the latter category. We're not even a day in. He's already done so many terrible deeds. But he's also done some fun things, like when he said this, and I want you to listen closely here, because the question is, does he say every day we get some penis?
Every single day we get subpoenas.
Yeah, that's it. That's what he said. Every day we get some... Let's listen to that one more time.
Every single day we get subpoenas.
Well, that was his campaign promise, a penis in every pot. As is tradition for every incoming president, Trump has a new portrait. He posed for this menacing photo. It goes up at every post office, every airport. That spray tan scowl will be glaring at you every time a TSA worker frisks your junk from now on. The new regime has already redecorated the Oval Office. They moved in a bust of Winston Churchill, a portrait of Andrew Jackson, and this was smart. They put plastic covers on the couch in case J.D. Vance gets a little too lovey-dovey. Trump's infamous Diet Coke button is back. He's also got, this time he's got a chalupa cannon and a McNugget knob, too. And he has another little button to lock the door when he hears Elon coming. Elon Musk reportedly badgered Trump into giving him an office in the West Wing. It's kind of a tough situation for Trump because, on the one hand, you know he can't stand this guy. On the other hand, he needs his money. It's what they call a Melania's dilemma. I don't know how long this is going to last, but can you imagine how annoying it's going to be for the White House IT guy with Elon in there? Did you try resetting the network protocols? Yeah, Mr. Musk, I reset this. By the way, this was an amazing moment. Traditionally, the outgoing president will leave a letter for the incoming president. Obama left a note for Trump. Trump left one for Biden, but no one knew if Biden left one for Trump until Trump was sitting at his desk and a Fox News reporter asked about it.
Did President Biden leave you a letter?
He may have. Wait. Don't they leave it in the desk? I don't know. Oh.
What's in there?
Thank you, Peter. It could have been years before we found it. Wow. Thank you.
Can you read it on the outside?
Maybe we should all read it together.
Let's read it.
Well, maybe I'll read it first and then make that determination.
That sounds great.
Peter, thank you very much. I may not have seen this for months.
Really? Months? I guess that's not his snack drawer. By next week, that letter will have been used as a napkin to wipe the horsey sauce off of his face. The bully is back at his pulpit, and his Sharpies are fatter than ever before. Have you noticed he's got big, fat Sharpies now? Yesterday, Trump sat down in front of everyone to sign a stack of papers like a real housewife at BravoCon or something. The Burger King signed more than 100 executive orders and actions. He pulled us out of the Paris Climate Accord. He pulled us out of the World Health Organization. There are 2 big reasons Trump is big on pulling out. Eric and Don Jr. But he did make sure to keep us on TikTok. He issued an executive order to delay the ban on TikTok until April. He released around 1,600 criminals who stormed the Capitol on January 6th, including those who attacked police officers and stockpiled weapons for the event. And he rescinded Joe Biden's executive order lowering prescription drug prices for Americans on Medicare and Medicaid. Finally, someone's looking out for Big Pharma and the Promise Keepers, you know? And many of these orders were expected, but some were not. Some of them seemed to even take him by surprise.
Sir, this is a proclamation making the new national bird the fried chicken.
Ooh.
Sir, this is a permit to build a Hooters directly in front of the Vietnam War Memorial.
That's a big one.
Yes, sir.
People have wanted to do this for years. What's this one?
Sir, this is an arrest warrant for 3 of the 4 women who host The View.
Get it? Sounds reasonable.
Sir, this one just says it's for something called a penis laser. I don't know what that is.
That's a big one. A lot of big ones, huh?
Oh, could you please make your signature huge and crazy? Great. Sir, this is a map of the LA wildfires. We were hoping you could doodle on it with your Sharpie and make the fires go away. Really good job. Sir, this order is a big one. It allows you to do whatever you have to do to get out of a problem.
That's a big one. You know what that allows you to do? That means you can do whatever you have to do to get out of that problem.
Yeah.
And we do have that kind of an emergency. Thank you very much, everybody.
Say thank you again.
Thank you.
Oh, good boy. And then it was off to celebrate at as many inaugural balls. This was at the Commander-in-Chief ball last night where someone had a good idea, which was to hand him a sword. Wow, Melania's happy all of a sudden. It's like he's about to lose his other ear with that sword. This inauguration was noticeably more star-studded than Trump's first go-around, especially in the music department. Somehow the Liberty Ball was able to score a performance from one of the hottest entertainers in music today, none other than Mr. Billy Ray Cyrus.
Gonna take my horse, Old Town Road, I'm gonna take my horse to the Old Town Road. I'm gonna. Y'all can put your hands together now, like that. If you're encouraged about, keep going. They told me to kill as much time as possible. Hey, is my guitar still on? I think they cut me off. Is my guitar on, Dad? Check. Is anybody awake? Y'all want to sing more, or you want me to just get the hell off the stage? I don't give a damn.
Things are really humming. His voice is so gravelly, Christy Nome could shoot a puppy on it. Thank you. And then we have the newly transcendent Village People. Just when you thought it couldn't be more embarrassing to be the cop in the Village People. And the Village People were the big stars of the night last night, so much so that the Trump and Vance families had to get right up on stage to look at them. Perfect. Perfect. No notes. It's... What's going on? I don't know. It seems to me if you're in a band that's been singing that one song for 50 years, you should be able to sing that song, right? But all that aside, I have to admit, it's so great to finally have an energetic young president again.
Bless all who dedicate themselves to governing in our land. Fill them with the love of truth and strength to uphold our democracy and the rule of law. Enable us to be a people at peace among ourselves and a blessing to other nations of the world. May we serve you faithfully in our generation.
That was our president sleep farting his way through a service held in his honor at the Washington National Cathedral. They should have let him bring his sword in to play with to keep him. Donald Trump, as anyone named Donald Trump will tell you, loves the Lord, he loves church, he loves to worship, he loves the Bible, and most of all, he loves the Lord's Prayer.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven.
And yet somehow he can recite the entire Cheesecake Factory menu by heart. He is a deeply religious man. So after the service, a reporter asked him what he thought of it. Turned out not much.
What did you think of the service? What did you
like it? Did you find it exciting? Not too exciting, was it? I didn't think it was a good service, no. Thank you very much.
Thank you, press. Thank you, press.
They can do much better.
Can you imagine being mad at church? I mean, what the? Like he got stuck going to see the Emoji Movie or something? Trump only likes mass when it's followed by the word deportation. That is a fact. But the reason he's upset, the reason that he refused to say the Lord's Prayer is because the bishop who gave the sermon apparently forgot to put on her MAGA hat.
Let me make one final plea. Mr. President, have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now. Gay, lesbian, and transgender children, some who fear for their lives. And the people who pick our crops, who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals, they may not be citizens or have the proper documentation, but the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals. May God grant us the strength and courage to honor the dignity of every human being, to speak the truth to one another in love, for the good of all people. Amen.
I don't know what you people are clapping for, but that bishop has no business bringing the teachings of Jesus into that church. This is why we can't have women doing those jobs. I'm sorry, but that is the best. Good for her. You know, I mentioned last night what a perverse happenstance it was that Trump's inauguration fell on Martin Luther King Day. One would have to believe that Dr. King would be displeased were he still alive today. Of course, he was assassinated in 1968, which is something every American knows, right? That's one of the few things we actually learned in school. Or did we? Well, it's time to find out in tonight's absolutely shocking edition of Eyewitness News.
Michelle, we're talking to people. Donald Trump was inaugurated earlier today. A lot of people are upset that Martin Luther King wasn't there. Were you surprised to see that he wasn't at the inauguration?
Yeah, I was.
Why?
I mean, you talked about Martin Luther King not being there? Because today is his day. You see what I'm saying? There was like a day set aside for him.
So he had things to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Today, Donald Trump was inaugurated. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Martin Luther King wasn't in attendance. Were you disappointed that he didn't show up?
Yeah, I was disappointed because he should show respect for the office of the presidency.
And tell us about the shirt. When did you get that?
Oh, I had it for a while. I got it last summer, actually.
They didn't have your size?
Why, is it too short?
Oh, no, it's okay. What about Rosa Parks? Were you surprised that she showed up and sat right in the front row?
No. No, I wasn't surprised. You don't need to be in the back. Get in the front, because that's where it's at.
Anything you want to say to Rosa Parks? Look right in there and tell her.
Go, girl. I'm be sitting there right beside you.
Do you think Martin Luther King not showing up for the inauguration is going to lead to him being banned from Mar-a-Lago?
I don't think so. Donald Trump's not like that. He's not going to do that just because somebody didn't show up to his inauguration.
You think he'll still let him in Mar-a-Lago?
Absolutely.
You should, since people don't know, but the Mar is short for Martin Luther King.
Yep.
Do you think Martin Luther King Jr. is a Nepo baby, or does he have the talent to back it up?
I mean, you can definitely say he's a Nepo baby, but the talent is there as well.
Are you a fan of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.?
I can't say I am, like, an avid fan, but I know of him.
Did you like him on Dancing with the Stars?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
MLK's office said he missed the inauguration because he overslept. Was it acceptable for MLK to miss the inauguration because he was...
No, that's no excuse. Somebody should have got him up.
Well, they said he was having a dream and they didn't want to wake him.
Having a dream. Well, okay.
Was it acceptable for him to miss the inauguration because he was having a dream?
No, it wasn't acceptable.
Why don't you look right there and let him know?
Look at here. Sometimes you got to wake up for that dream because the dream is now. It's present. We're here. We're in the dream now. Wake up. Wake up, people.
Well, I think that's excellent advice.